The Ethereum blockchain is merging in 2022. This is by far the biggest upgrade that Ethereum has had since it went live in 2015. As the conversations start to increase about the merge and people get excited, I fear that there is a lot of misinformation that is already starting to creep into the conversation, and I fear that this will continue. In this video, I want to explain to you 3 of the most common misconceptions that I'm seeing out there. I want to help you understand why these misconceptions are wrong. I would appreciate it if you were to drop a like on this video and to subscribe to the Collective Shift YouTube channel, where I look forward to doing more of these videos to help you along your way as investors and crypto enthusiasts. Number 1, the first misconception. The Ethereum merge will really help Ethereum become cheaper to use. In other words, as a result of the merge, all of a sudden, Ethereum is going to become quite cheap to interact with and to perform transactions on. For those of you unaware, in recent months, we've had fees on Ethereum, really creeping up towards 100, 200, even 300 US dollars in fees just to perform a transaction. That obviously is really not scalable and prices out the vast majority of the planet. What is actually happening when the merge happens? All it is just a change of the blockchain's consensus mechanism. I won't really get into the details for the sake of this video, but you've probably heard of proof of work before, which is currently what Ethereum runs on, as well as the Bitcoin blockchain. For Ethereum, that's basically being gutted out and replaced with proof of stake, which a lot of other blockchains currently run on. So that's what's happening, and it directly doesn't really affect you or me as users of Ethereum, and it definitely won't make Ethereum cheaper to use. Really, it won't have any effect on the cost of using Ethereum. Can those $100, $200, $300 fees still take place after the merge? Absolutely yes. I suspect that they will actually happen after the merge. You might be wondering, well, is Ethereum always going to be this expensive to use? I definitely don't believe that it will be. There are 2 main ways that is going to help become cheaper, Ethereum that is. The first one being just more uptake in scalability solutions. So you've got the likes of Optimism, Arbitrum, Starknet, ZK Sync, Polygon have all seen increased usage and gone live over the past 12 to 18 months. They continue to get more usage and take the pressure off the Ethereum blockchain. And the second real way that Ethereum is going to get cheaper to use is what the developers are going to focus on after the merge happens. So the key word there is after. They're going to be working on a bunch of scaling solutions on the Ethereum blockchain itself, but in order to do that, they have to get Ethereum onto a proof of stake system first, which is all that the merge is. Misconception number 2, we've got all this fear going on that people who have staked Ethereum ever since they were able to do so in late 2020. There's a lot of fear out there that once the merge happens, all those people, or a big chunk of those people, are going to sell their ETH and realize what have been significant gains. So to take your mind back to late 2020, ETH was, $400, $500, $600 and advanced to today, and it's around the mid 3000s. There is this argument, and rightly so, I think a lot of these people you would think would be sensible enough to take some profits at least, but the merge actually won't change their ability to unstake. So if you're unfamiliar, this whole time throughout late 2020, 2021, even here we are now in April 2022, these stakers have not been able to withdraw their ETH. They knew that going into it. They still won't be able to unstake it once the merge happens. So that's very important to understand. Once the merge happens, all of these people who have made a lot of gains by staking their ETH over these years will not be able to withdraw their ETH. They will be able to do so, 5, 6, 7 months after the merge. The date for that is not yet known, but it definitely will not be able to happen once the merge takes place. So that's also important to know. And the third of the 3 misconceptions that I'm seeing repeated almost daily these days is that the merge will happen in June. It still does not have a date. That's just the yeah, the simple truth there. I think a lot of people in the industry are expecting some sort of mid-year, I guess, milestone where the merge will happen, whether it's May, June, July, August. No one really knows. But obviously, as we get closer to the month of June, I guess it really does narrow the window of when that merge could take place. What I have been telling the Collective Shift community, if they really do want to keep up to date with this, you know, on a day-to-day basis, is to follow this checklist here that I will link in this resource below on the Collective Shift website, which is just a merge mainnet readiness checklist that is available here by someone in the Ethereum community. And the amount of open items left on this checklist is really starting to decrease quite significantly. Goes without saying that as those get, I guess, less and less of those open checkboxes, that naturally the Ethereum merge is getting a lot closer. So very likely that the merge will happen in the middle of the year, but who knows whether that's June. I feel like people just say June because the other person said June, and it just kind of trickles this effect. But those were the three biggest misconceptions there about the Ethereum merge. First one, not going to have any effect on gas prices or how much it costs you and me to use Ethereum. Second one, there's not going to be this massive rush of sell side pressure on ETH because those stakers are not going to be able to unstake their ETH. And the third misconception is that Ethereum is not or guaranteed to be merging in June. It very well may happen, but it's just as likely to happen in July or August from what I've seen. So I hope you have learnt 1, 2, or 3 things in this video, and it will be much appreciated again if you could like this video and subscribe to the channel. Head on over to collectiveshift.io and sign up for our 14-day free trial to get insights from all our analysts about the latest trends happening in the crypto asset space, as well as all things going on with non-fungible tokens or NFTs. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you again next time.